What's good, gamers? It's ThatKidZ-yt back in another video. In today's video, I wanted to go over the Rookie Premier Exchange for next year. As y'all can see, this is this year's Rookie Premier Exchange for Madden 22. I want to go over what we're expecting in the Madden 23, what these sets will look like, because they are a tad bit different from what they are in what y'all can currently see. So this was this year's Rookie Premier 86 overalls that we started with at the beginning of the year. I sold each one I got for 250,000 coins, and last year I could make two of the top one, which I ended up doing is repeatable 2 times. As y'all can see, I did those. So last year you could get a total of 10 tokens, and you could do one of the following. 2 tokens got you an 86 overall Rookie Premier player that was at half training value, and he was nat, so it couldn't be auctionable or tradable, but it had half training value. And then for 1 token you get 86 with 1/4 value. Again, I think you could only do this one time. I think you could do this a total of 2 times. Yeah, so 2 repeatable once, and then this one you could do 2 times if you would like. So the only difference between this and Madden 23s is the 86s will stay the same. It'll be a fantasy pack containing all the 86s, and you have to pick the ones you want. You can do a total of 3. You have 15 collectibles this year instead of 10 like you had last year. So there'll be 1 extra player you can basically get per 5 collectibles, or depending on what you're doing. The second one here, this is actually a lot different. So this year, once you complete this for 2 Rookie Premier tokens, you'll get an 86 overall Rookie Premier fantasy pack, and you can choose 1 player, but it is NCAT, meaning you can't quick sell it. You can't use it as you can't quick sell, auctionable, or tradable. You can't do any of those. It is 2 tokens that you have to pick. And then for the 1 token this year, you get 1. You can use 1 token. This gives you an 86 overall Rookie Premier player, but it's not a fantasy pack. You have to pick out of 10 players. So only negative to that is EA could give you like 10 players that just suck. Like you get 2 defensive tackles, 5 linemen, and just like a bunch of weird stuff with like slow speed. You get the tight end McBridge in there and stuff like that. So the only negative to that is EA can screw you in. You can only do it 1 time. So you can only do this 1 time. So if you have 1 token, you can do this, and that's it. If you have 2 tokens, you have to go with this, because you can't do this 2 times. If you have 3 tokens, you have to do 1 of this and 1 of that. If you have 4 tokens, you have to do 2 of those. If you have 5 tokens, you could either do 2 of the 86 overalls and 1 of that, or you could do 1 auctionable. Now, depending on where you start in the year, if you're starting at the very beginning of the year, honestly, the 2 86s and the other 86 with the 10 instead of the fantasy pack, I would recommend, if you only have 5 tokens. If you have 10 tokens, doing 1 auctionable 86 and the rest is what I'd recommend, but you could just get 2 auctionable 86s, throw them up, and take your coins right away. So depending on what numbers you have, you kind of are forced into a situation. If you have like 3 or 13, you have to get 1 of these, and then basically 2 of those if you have 13. If you have like the only number you could arguably switch around is 5, 10, and 15, because you can either get 2 of these and 1 of these, and then 2 of these, or just these and these over these, basically just switching those around. But again, the only difference between these is these you can auctionable and tradable on the top 86s with the 5 Rookie Premier tokens. Again, you get 3 of those at max with the 15 tokens. I already went over in a previous video how to get the tokens. If you haven't watched that, go watch that, because that will help you all get your tokens as soon as possible. And I also made a video on how to get the MUT level 30, which is part of the requirement for one of the MUT tokens, Madden 23 Rookie Premier tokens. But basically, your goal is 15 tokens. If you don't get 15, I'd say your goal is probably, at a minimum, I'm trying to get 14 on each, probably, honestly, if you can't get 15, your best goal is to get increments of 5. But if you can get like 11, then you just have to get 2 auctionable and 1 of these. If you anything above 10, I'd say is pretty good, but obviously if you can get the 15, go for the 15, boys. Other than that, there isn't much content today. I was kind of waiting it out just to see what content we'd get, but EA didn't drop anything. So other than that, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you are new. Other than that, it's been your boy ThatKidZ-yt, and I'm out of here. Peace.